Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, you can mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes to clarify ourselves, understand ourselves, how this practice can help for us. So when it comes to meditation, most of us, we think, oh, it is just a mental action. Just close eyes and cross our legs and sitting and having unmovable posture and gaining some kind of invisible power. So that's what people think. And sometimes people think that, oh, when we practice meditation, we're not going to accept the ordinary, this conventional life. We always tune to something spiritual, kind of like unnatural, invisible. So people believe that kind of things. So the meditation is not a method to develop kind of like a black magic inside our mind. So the meditation is not a method take you to a level that whatever that cannot understand your ordinary life. So this meditation itself allow you to deeply connect it to your day-to-day ordinary life. That is what very important in the beginning. So we have to understand this mind and body not separate. So your mind is invisible and the mind is the result of your body. You should keep it in mind always that. Never forget that. Your mind is the result of your body. And at the same time, body is the result of your mind. And not only the mind, environment. So when it comes to that, we see even though we practice meditation, there are a lot of physical conditions happen. And sometimes people have heart attacks. They are very well known, very good meditation practitioners. They get into cancers and they have some other kind of disease physically. So one thing is we have to understand the physical body has its own way. And this physical body bound to the nature. So the sickness or the disease is a part of the body. But at the same time, that natural disease is okay. But how about if there is something happen because of our own thinking pattern? So we practice meditation, but at the same time, end of the meditation, we get into kind of like a trouble. So why this can happen that way? Why, even though we practice meditation, why we cannot get into the flow, or why we cannot find the natural way of life to experience ourselves? So one thing is, we are very hibernated people with our consciousness. One is emotionally, when we are emotionally damaged, or when we have the desires, if we can't fulfill, we go to sleep with that deeper desires. That is one reason. So it doesn't matter you practice meditation for a while. Maybe your whole life you practice meditation, you develop a very spiritual life. But sometimes when you look back, your beginning point, you start that your spiritual journey because you had a deeper emotional breakdown. You had a deeper kind of like a desire failure, and you had a kind of like a deeper fear. So what is the hibernation? So the hibernation is a method that the naturally animals go to deeper neutral moment or the sleep when they don't have enough food, or maybe if the body need to recover, or maybe protect from the environment. So our consciousness sometimes, our wisdom sometimes go to sleeping mode, and we deeply stuck with that, and we feel so comfortable with that, because in day-to-day life, that whatever the emotions, when we can't fulfill it deeply, we are break down inside. And then what happened? We have no choice. We have that greater pain or the fear, unsatisfaction, we hold it to it, and then it become a foundation for us. So that is the one reason. And with that foundation, when you build up any kind of a spiritual life, sometimes you come to the spiritual life, or you start to practice meditation thinking, oh, I break down, I cannot get the desires done, oh, I cannot get it in as ordinary person. So then it is better I practice meditation to recover. It doesn't work like that, because the very reason, mind is the forerunner, mind is the chief. What you think you become. So the way you think, that the bring things towards you. So like that, the very foundation, when you develop that foundation with the unsatisfaction, very hibernated state with our own inner consciousness, what happens? Out of that, whatever you build, for the surface level, it's going to be okay. But by the time, it's going to collapse. So then we have to understand, we have to come to a point to recognize that in the very first level, we have to understand this physical body. So the physical body, you need the food, you need the rest, you need some kind of comfort, and you need the balance with the environment. So you can't abuse your physical body. Remember that. Forget about meditation. Even with the sitting, you can't abuse your body. Sometimes people think that it's kind of like the very strong determination. It's nothing wrong with that. But to get into that level, you have to have a deeper inner connection with the body and mind. So even in the meditation, there is a part called Dutanga for certain level, for certain monks, that or the people, you can practice it. But you should understand the limit of the physical body. And you have to come to a certain level to go with the physical body and find the flow without having that flow or breaking your body or pushing your body go beyond the limits, you're going to get damage. So as an example, it's like this. You sit. Maybe someday you come to a determination. Listen this very carefully and get it. Someday you come to a very determination. Okay, 1 hour I'm going to sit non-stop. You never practice 15 minutes. Somebody told 1 hour practice is good. And then you heard, oh, I'm going to do it. You never practice for 30 minutes. You never went to a 45 minutes like that, step by step. You just want to practice 1 hour meditation. You set the alarm and sit. Then by the time, what will happen? You deeply start to struggle with the body. Maybe you will sit for 1 hour, but you destroy the deeper fundamental connection with your body and mind. Rather than listening and recognizing and accepting the body, you agitate the body. You abuse the body. Not only the body, you abuse the mind also. So then listen yourself. You have to go step by step. This is an art. That's why you have to develop it as a method. So then not only the meditation in day-to-day life, that whatever the actions you do, and you just can't put the meditation to that everything. The best meditation is whatever you do, be with it. 100% be with it. And try to, when you do physical actions, and be 100% with your body and complete that action. If you clean, do the cleaning good. If you wash, do the washing that good. If you're cooking, keep the cooking, good. So like that, the basic level, try to integrate with your physical body and the actions. And then when you sit for the meditation, you sit, but at the same time, you have to understand that developing the posture, the developing the method of sitting is an art. When it comes to that, you have to sit and you have to go with the comfort, satisfaction, pleasure, not with the pain. If you have the pain, then what you should do? Stand up and start to walk a little bit. Try to stretch yourself, exercise yourself, and drink some water, and be comfortable yourself. And then maybe you sit again. So like that, you have, because you can't go against deeper level with your body and mind. You can't go against who you are to go against. Maybe you consciously think, oh, I am, I'll do. So can you separate you from your body? Can you separate from the mind from your own inner behavior? No, this is all same. So in the very first level, remember to tune to that physical, mental action with your day-to-day activities. So that will help you to have a flow. So there is a method to develop this. It's called blood power. Blood power means the blood, that the heat and your physical activities. And another power called butt power. So the butt power is when you sit for something, you have ability to go with that. So you can't just develop the butt power without having the blood power. Remember that. So then how you can bring this together? Step by step, little by little. So even as you know, then once you start to sit, this body mechanism start to work in a different way. So you have to have the comfort. You have to be mentally more relaxed. How you can do that? So the one thing is, listen this very carefully, entire your life. It doesn't matter you practice meditation or not. So get this into yourself and in day-to-day life and try to find that the connection in between them. So your inhalation and exhalation. This is what you have to remember. When the mind and the body have deeper connection, that the desires arise in your mind and giving some kind of physical effort and increase the current. So with that current, what happens? The body deeply start to pull the inhalation. So when you pull the inhalation, it come to inside your body with the kind of like an unnatural way. See that from the beginning, in front of your nose, you already break down the flow of nature. You pull it. Once you pull, the heat go up, your inhalation. And once it have the heat or the unnatural or you break down the natural flow, what happens? It's go to your body, your entire body, each and every organ, each and every cell depend on that breathing. But what happened? The very foundation, in the depth of that breathing, what happened? What your whole body exhale? Poison. Inhale the poison. Why? Because you create unnatural and you heat up the inhalation. Why? Because of you caught up in the desire or the fear and the unsatisfaction or the anger, hatred, jealousy, this everything. Then just imagine, it is not happening only for 1 minute. How about you have a struggle for 1 hour, 24 hours, maybe whole day, maybe you go to sleep with that, you wake up with that struggle. So what happening to your body? Because it's helpless. Then the day by day, the way you breathing, what happens? And how about the breathe out? When you breathing, that already you develop a current inside you, develop a flow inside you, unnatural. It's become poison. And then when you exhale, what happened? So that it go to. So in the ancient time, there was a rhythm they understood, and they told, and in Eastern wisdom it says, when the unnatural death happens, it always creates tornadoes. When the unnatural death happens in the world, it creates tornadoes. So there is a connection with the breathing. That's why I say. So this is what you need to do. In Tao, you can find that lesson. So anyway, that we are part of the nature. That's the basic bottom line we have to come. So this is what you have to do. Allow your inhalation to happen naturally. Because when the inhalation happens naturally, without pulling it, your entire body is going to be healthy. Your whole lungs, liver, kidney, heart, that all each and every cell going to be natural, healthy. When you have the natural inhalation, and then how about the exhalation? When the natural exhalations happen, your environment going to be healthy. So you are kind of like a transformer, power point, power place. And what happens? You have ability to change the environment. And already in this human history, we have seen it. So then you have to come to a point how you contribute yourself. What is your part? So see that before we get into meditation, so then how about you have a deeper desire and you come to a meditation and you deeply, unconsciously maybe, because your mind hibernated state and unconsciously you deeply pull the breathing. Remember this, try to catch it. When you inhale, in the tip of your nose, when you inhale, this entire universe connect and go into inside your body. It connect to each and every cell in your body. This entire universe, not a part of the universe. When you inhale, this entire universe going to inside you. There is a connection. And when you exhale, what happened? Each and every organ get the purify and the air go through this everything, and it's kind of like a collect memory. And when you exhale, it go to this entire universe. It's not going to just a part of it. See then, when you make it unnatural, what happens? You're going to experience unnatural things. And we talk about, global warming, and we just try to, struggle with these machines. We just try to focus to these outside things, but this is your head, your entire this body is the most important part. Because the way you inhale, exhale has the ability to change this entire environment. So before we go into outside, so then focus to yourself. So that's why with the deeper desire, even if you have a deeper, that the desire to attain to kind of like a peace, gain the peace or the tranquility state, oh, I need some result out of the meditation, that itself break down the connection. So that's why you have to come to a point to be natural. How you can find it? The very first level, start with your day-to-day activities. So when you do activities and start to move into that, be with it. When you walk, just walk. Why you take the cell phone and listening to music and talk with friends, and why you need some kind of company to walk? You just walk. If you hike, you just go and give you 100% for that. And when you cook, why you watching TV? Why you listening something? Give you 100% to that. And so when you go to sleep, why you watching TV and go to sleep, lie down? And why you listening to music and go and sleep? Because there are a lot of people now, without music, they can't sleep. See? Because then the sleeping doesn't work. If you need the music, you kind of like go into hibernated state, because you are naturally cannot be. So you get something and you go into deeper kind of like that resistance with your own nature. And some people can't even eat without talking. See? So first try to balance that. And then come to when you inhale. Just you can do as a physical exercise. When you inhale, experience 100% from beginning to end, entire continuation of the inhalation, without kind of like pushing it or pulling it. Natural inhalation, completely 100%, just experience. You no need to focus to anything. When you drink water, just experience that, how your body feel it, how that intake accept it. When you have the shower, experience it head to toes, how the water, to bring the feelings to your body. So be with it. So once you come to that, what happened, this entire body start to be with that. And that is another way, it take you to deeper physical and mental connection, and it take you to another, it's called deep work. So the deep work is a kind of like a ability to focus without distractions on a cognitive demanding task. So when you want to get something, or when you want to do something, the deep work means you have ability to be with that without having any kind of like a distraction. So that is what happened when you are physically and mentally get connected. And then once it becomes a skill, what happens? It brings that ability to react to any kind of complicated informations or the situations. So that's the modern way called deep work. So how it related to the meditation? So this, imagine, when you have ability to focus and work in a very situation, very disturbed situation, you are not get disturbed out of that, and you complete your task. So that is what called tranquility state, undisturbed mind. So then it's nothing to do with the always closing your eyes, because when there is a situation come, you can't tell, let me close my eyes and go to tranquility state and find the answer. No. There are certain situations come, you have to give the answer when the conversation happens. So the deep work means, so that is what in the Western world they practice it, mostly for very conventional way of life. But deeper, it has a connection with this meditation. Another thing is, once it becomes a skill, and it going to bring it mastering yourself to analyze and get the best result out of any complicated informations or the environment. So another way, it's called the direct perception. So whatever happened in that very moment, you have ability to get into the exactly right decision. So then this is what you have to understand. It is not kind of like that you can gain in a spiritual level. You have to understand, you gain it combining, harmonizing, unified your body and mind. So when you have that too much desires, and your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body become very weak, that weakness reduce your age. And as I mentioned, when with the desires, when you heat up the natural inhalation, when you heat up and when it go to your body, it burn your deeper cells. That is where all the cancer, and that is where most of the failures happen inside, because we heat up our own inhalation. So then let it happen. You don't need to cool down, because your body has the ability to find the natural way. So let it be. That's it. So when you inhale, have the natural inhalation. When you exhale, have the natural exhalation. So that way, you combine your body and mind and with the universal consciousness. So then the universe going to be, the environment going to be natural, and the body going to be natural, your awareness going to be natural. So what is the natural awareness means? Undisturbed mind, and you have ability to see things as it is. So once you have that, from that point, our journey going to be a little bit different, because our purpose is not to have a kind of like a comfortable existence. So our deeper, the intention is to slowly get out of this. So in the very first level, you have to have a healthy body, healthy mind, and you have to unify it, and you have to have a healthy environment. So then once you have that combination, then later your journey going to become more and more comfortable and easy, and you get the good result. So remember that. Then in the very physical level, take care of your body. Don't abuse it. Don't give a hard time to it, and take care of your body and respect your body. And at the same time, remember to do stretching, do exercise, and do some physical activities is very necessary. And other thing is, by the time what happens sometimes, when we get into this kind of practice, especially this spiritual practice, the people make a mistake. What they does, they think, oh, I practice this, because of that, I can handle this, I can control this, I can do this and that like that. Your egocentric mind start to overtake your practice. Don't allow it to happen. Rather than overtaking the body, rather than overtaking the mind, you have to be more humble person, accept and surrender. Underneath, even though you have an ego, remember this, don't be kind of like a giant, and be kind of like a baby inside yourself. You surrender. You have no power to overtake your physical. You become more and humble with your body. And then you will see, when you able to tune to that, and you feel deeply, you feel more comfortable, and you feel more relaxed, you feel more and more joy being with the body. That is where you don't look outside things, because just being itself, you are satisfied. Just being as who you are complete. In that completion, when the recognition comes, that recognition always going to be clear and accurate. Then there is no doubt. Then there is no fear. So remember that and build up that connection. So with that, today we're going to practice a little bit. And so remember, in the very first level, experience the inhalation, exhalation, and allow it to happen naturally. And again, when the mind go here and there, again and again, bring your awareness and just in the physically try to experience it. And by the time, don't interfere with it. Don't verbalize it. Just allow your entire body to keep that connection. Knowingly, when you inhale, this entire universe come to you. When you exhale, that your entire body, mind, everything go into this universe. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body, please, and observe head to toes yourself and say Swapateva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently breathe out 3 times and find the sensation and try to locate your awareness towards it. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. Do nothing extra. Bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away. Already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha, and also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata ca ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddhang pujemi dhammang pujemi sanghang pujemi Attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadhi maranam ha paribunjissami Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.